Welcome everyone. Thank you so much for being here. Welcome newcomers. I hope you guys enjoy the channel, the tutorials, and become part of this journey with me, with us, one big family. If you have not subscribed yet, I ask you please to do so to help out the channel, and also give a thumbs up on the video. It's extremely important for us creators. My threads are Portugal brands. I am in Europe. These are 4-ply, similar to Aunt Lydia number 3, a little bit thinner. My colors go by number and not by name. Example, like this green, color number 23, color number 30, and color number 40. Now I get questioned a lot, or receive a lot of emails asking about my threads. I do ship it out. They're $12 a ball. They're 100 grams, equivalent to 325 yards. This is a minimum order of 6 in order to cover the shipping cost, because that's just horrendous how the shipping cost is out here. I make nothing out of it, gain nothing out of it. It's more for you guys to enjoy these beautiful colors, because a lot of you love the mixed colors, especially that I do get them out here, which I can't find any around now. But anyway, so, you know, like in the pinks or in the blues, or I'm trying to find other ones, into the brown and Tiffany blue. Anyway, there's all kinds. So if you want to order, you can always go through my email. It's below in the description box. I also like to mention I do have a Facebook crochet group, private group, because a lot of scammers out there with the cuts and bits links. You should not open those links no matter which group you're in. They're fraud. And you must have a profile pic in order to be a member in my crochet group, because we don't want scammers in. So I also do have a crochet page you can follow. You can always get a hold of me through there, or through Instagram or TikTok. All of the links are below in the description box. Very easy, just click and join. So, and for the most part I use 2.7 hooks, sometimes a 3, depending upon the project that I'm using. Of course, we always need a small one to tuck in loose ends, and a pair of scissors. Thank you so much, everybody, for your kind words and your suggestions, your opinions, and your requests. I try to fill everybody's requests as much as I can. If you do have questions and I'm delayed answering, it's because of my time zone is different. But I do answer to everybody. God bless all of you, and enjoy the tutorial. Okay, everyone, so we're going to create a rug today, and I'll tell you how to go bigger or smaller, and it's perfect for any area of your house, of course, accordingly to the colors you choose, because I have some left over of this. This is macrame thread. It's 80% cotton and 20% other fibers. This is almost like a 6-ply. Okay. So we're going to start off. I'm using a 4-ply, a 4.0 hook to start off, because you don't want the pattern to pull. So you always have to go with the size bigger. Okay, and then I'm probably going to use the 3.5 hook. Make sure it's loose enough. I'm going to do 48 chain stitch. Now, if you want to go bigger, you can keep adding by 4s, or you can cut down by 4s to go smaller. At the end, when you have reached your normal size, I'm going to do 48 plus 5. So let's say you're doing 36, smaller, plus 5, or 72 plus 5. Always add 5 at the end to turn. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, until you have 48 chain stitch. So I've done my 48 chain stitch. Now I'm going to do 5 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, always that 5 chain at the end. So I'm going to come back to the 5th chain. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. I've changed my hook to 3.5. Now we're going to be doing double crochet all the way to the end. Make sure you go in the center of those stitches so it does not curve like a U shape. A lot of people make that mistake by grabbing only a little loop. Okay, so I'll meet you at the end of my double crochets. Okay everyone, so I've done my double crochets. I have 50 total with that chain that we've turned, but we will be having 48 on one side and 48 on the other. At the oval, we're going to be doing 5 more double crochets inside of this last double crochet, so we can have a total of 6 at the oval. So I have 3, 4, 5, and 6 double crochets. So 1, just to make sure, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then we continue with 1 double crochet per stitch until the last one. We need to do an increase at the other end of the oval. So this is the first of the 48 on the sides. So I'm grabbing that chain stitch we did to start and doing my double crochets. Okay everyone, so I've done all my double crochets until the very last one. Now we're going to do 4 more double crochets inside of this last one, so that'll give us a total of the 6. So I already have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and with this last one that we already have there makes the 6 double crochets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now you'd come into the next one, stretch your thread, single, 1 chain, my first double crochet. Again, we're going to continue to do double crochets until the end, remembering that we'll have 48 on one side and 48 double crochets on the other side. The only increases we are going to be doing is on the oval part. Everything else stays the same. Okay everyone, so I've put in my markers already on that first double crochet and on the last of the 48 on both sides. So I'm entering the first one of the oval. We're going to be doing an increase of 2 double crochet per stitch. So that means that we should have 12 double crochets now on the oval. Now for some of you might say, well, I don't know where to get macrame thread. Well, you can try online. If not, if you're used to Aunt Lydia number 3, you can use 2 strands of number 3. That'll give you the same thing as the thickness of this thread. And you'll have a beautiful rug with the Aunt Lydia number 3 cotton. And I decided on this row to go back into the 4. It seems to be easier, but I did start my chain stitch at 4 and then I went to 3.5. So I've pretty much settled those stitches and I'm okay now with this 4. So 2 each. And then I have my marker of the first of the 48. So here I should have 12. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. Do the same thing to the other side and then close in with slip stitch on that chain that we did. You can do your normal double crochet if you want with 3 chain going up. It's up to you. Okay, everyone, so I've reached the end. I'm going to come into the next double crochet. I'm going to stretch my thread a bit, single and one chain, my first double crochet. So I'm continuing to do my 48 double crochet. So obviously, because we went over one, we know that the one, when we come around, we have that first of the 48 to do. Okay, so I'll meet you at the oval, because this is always a repeat of the same thing. So each time I come to the end, I'm going to go over one with a single one chain, go over one with a single one chain. Okay, everyone, so I've done my double crochets. We're at the corner. On the first one, we're going to do one. On the second one, we're doing increase 2 together on the same stitch. This is how it's going to be on the oval. On the first one, 1 double crochet. On the second, where we have the increase, 2 together. On the other side of the oval will be a repeat of what we're doing now. Okay, everyone, so started my row. So basically, from the very first one of the 6 double crochets on the oval, 1, 2, 3, going into the 4th. So on this 4th row, we have 1 double crochet at the oval. Then we have the group, so 1 double crochet, and on the second one, we're doing the increase. So basically, it's 2 double crochet alone, 2 together. So 1 double crochet, we're at the increase on that first one, 1 double crochet, and on the second one, increase, 2 together. And we'll repeat the same thing on this side. So whatever you do on one side, you must do it on the other. I'll meet you at the end of my row. Okay, everyone, so I've reached the end. We have 4 rows, counting from the very first one with the 6 double crochets. 2, 3, 4. We need 6 rows. We're going to repeat exactly what we've been doing. The increase on that second double crochet of the increase. So 1 per stitch. So that means on this 5th row, we should have 3 double crochets alone and 2 together. So I'm coming into the next one. Single one chain, continue to do those double crochets. We have 1 more row after this. So I've just entered the oval. Our marker is here. We should have 1, 2, 3 alone. On the next one is where we have the increase, 2 together. And on the next row, you'll do exactly the same thing. Increase on that double crochet of the increase, the second one. So you should have 4 alone on the next row and 2 together. So increase, 1, 2, 3. Next row, you'll have 4 and 2 together. I'll meet you at the end of the next row, which will be the 6th row. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and the next row will be the 6th. Okay, everyone. So completed my 6 rows. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. On this row 7 is only going to be singles. So single crochets all the way around. And where we have the increase, we're going to add 2 on the same stitch on that second increase. So I'm coming over to the next one, doing my single. Don't forget, you have to do your single when you come here to the last one, okay? So 1 per stitch all the way around, and then I'm cutting my thread, getting into that second increase at the oval, doing 2 singles on that second increase. So reached my second increase, not the second increase, my increase on that second double crochet, 2 on the same stitch, and then 1 per stitch until the next increase. So that means you should have 5 singles, and on your 6th one, 2 together 6 times, right? Because there's 6 increases on the oval. So I'll meet you at the end. I'll cut my thread after this. Okay, everyone, so completed my row. I'm going to come in with the lighter shade of blue, and I'm going to come right on top of my marker. I'm going to do a single, and 1, 2, 3 chain. I'm going to come in that single. We're going to be doing the poof stitch, so I'm going to stretch 1, 2, 3. I'm going to close them all together. I'm going to have to grab that again because there's a lot of threading, and you can't tighten too much or else it's going to be very hard to pull it out. So 1, 2, 3. Try that again. And then no slip stitch. We're going to count 1, 2 into the 3rd one with half double crochet. 1, 2, 3 chain again. Coming behind that half, 1, 2, and 3. Pull through all of them, then skip 1, 2, and come on your 3rd half double crochet. So we're going to do this until the mark point, and then I'll meet you at the mark point. One, 2, 3. Coming behind that half, 2, and 3. Pull through all of them, skip 1, 2 into the 3rd one with half. Okay, everyone, so I've reached my mark point. I am 1 over that marker, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 poof stitch. Okay, it's going to be a little bit of a change. We need to do an increase 6 times. That means 6 times. We're only going to skip 1 when I get to that increase. So my 3 chain, continuing to skip the 2 going into the 3rd, and that's only at my increase that I'm going to skip only one. It's kind of hard for me to see with the camera in my face. 1, 2 on my 3rd one. One, 2, and 3. That means I'm going to skip 2. I'm going to land right on top of that increase. 1, 2, 3. And of course my stitch is always so tight. Gotta make sure that there's a lot of thread on this macrame. 1, 2, so I'm on my increase. That means I'm going to skip only once. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, skip only one, come into the next one. So this is like my first increase, and then when I get to the other one, I'm going to do the same thing, skip only one. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, and 3. This one we're going to continue to skip 2, 1, 2 into the third one, gotta fix those thread better. So we need to do that 6 times. Skip only one, 6 times. So I'm on top of that increase. That means I'm going to skip only one here. And this is my second increase. So that means I'm going to skip 1, 2, and then into the third one again. Okay, so we're going to do that 6 times, skipping only one. So this is my second time. And do the same thing on the other side. And of course, we'll have the same amount on this side. And this one here, I'm not sure if it's 16 or 17, but I'll let you know from marker to marker how much we have. Okay, everyone. So marker to marker, I have 16. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 13, 14, 15, 16. Okay, and now we're going to be doing the 16 on this side and then 16 on the oval. So I've skipped 6 times once till my very last one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Okay? And you'll do exactly the same thing on the other oval. You have to skip 6 times, only once. So we go back into skipping 2 on the sides here and go into the third. I'll meet you at the end of my row and then let you know how many I have. Okay, everyone, so down to my last one. I'm going to skip one because that's my increase, my 6th increase. And I'm going to come in on that first chain. And I'm going to slip stitch, coming inside of that 3 chain we did with single and another single, 1 chain, 2 singles inside of the 3 chain we did, 1 chain space, single, single, 1 chain until the marker. I'm also going to let you know how many poof stitch I have. So I have 64 poof stitch. Okay. So continue with your 1 chain coming in, single and single. So I'll meet you at the marker. Okay, everyone, so I've reached my mark point doing those 2 singles inside, 1 chain in between. Now we're going to have 6 increases. I'm going to do 3 double crochets, 3 singles, sorry, inside where we have those increases. So here would be 1, and then we'd go to the second one, which lands right here, and then the third. So you just add them on where the increases are. So 1 chain, so 2, 1 chain. I have my increase here, so I'm going to do 3 singles. That's my first increase. We need to do that 6 times. And then 1 chain, and then 2 singles. Only where we have the increases, we'll be doing 3. One chain. Here I'm doing my 3 singles. So that's my second increase. And we'll do exactly the same thing to the other side. Okay? Okay, everyone. Finish the blue. Coming in with that coffee brown. I'm going to work right on top of the marker. So we have those 2 singles in that 3 chain. I'm going to come on that first single with single. Now you can do your single however you're used to doing it. And into the next one with single. So I have 2 singles on those 2 singles over the poof on my marker. Now I'm going to go up 14 chains. I have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 chain. I'm going to come on those 2 loops here on that second single with slip stitch like that. So we're going to be creating these loops. I hope I wasn't too high. Whoops, good heavens. Try to fix this a little bit. I think that's better. Sorry about that. Okay, so now we're going to do 4 singles. So I'm on the center of that 1 chain between the poofs. So I have 1 single on top of that single. That's my second, my third, and I land on that 1 chain, my 4th. We're going to do 4 chain. 1, 2, 3, 4. We're going to count 1, 2, 3 on my 4th. We're going to slip stitch, but I'm going to grab both loops because I don't want it to pull. If you grab only 1 loop, it's going to pull. And then I'm going to do 10 chain. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I'm going to come back in on that single, slip stitch. And this is how we're going to be performing all the way around. Again, 4 singles, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Chain 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3 on my 4th, grabbing those 2 loops in the middle, slip stitch, and then 10 chain. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Grabbing those 2 loops, slip stitch, and count 4 singles again. 1, in that 1 chain, 2, 3, and 4. 1, 2, 3, 4 chain. So 1, 2, 3 on my 4th. Make sure that you position them in the right direction too, so it doesn't stay bent. 1, 2, 3, 4. Slip stitch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And repeat again the same thing. 4 singles. So we keep pretty much connecting these V's, let's say. We're going to call them V's. Okay, everyone. So from marker to marker, because I already advanced 1. So from marker to marker, I have 12. Here on the oval, where we have the 3 singles that we did, remember we have to increase 6 times. That means we're going to do 2 singles on the same stitch. So basically on my second one of the 3, I'll add 2 singles on there. So doing my 4 chain, 1, 2, 3, 4. And then 10 chain, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Coming back into that second single. So I'm going to do 1. Here I'm going to add 2 singles on the same stitch. So I have 3 and 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. We're going to do that 6 times. So basically where we have the other 3 singles. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And we'll have to do the same thing on the other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then start again. 1, 2, 3, and 4. So on my 3 singles here, I'll add on the second one 2 together. So I already have my first increase. I'll do my second here. All the way to the marker, I'll have my 6 increases. Okay, so I'll meet you at the end. We'll do exactly the same thing, and then I'll tell you how many loops I have on the oval. Here you already know I have 12. That means you should have 12 on this side also. And I'll tell you how many I have on the oval once I've completed my oval. Okay, everyone. So I'm down to my very last one, and I have 2 space left. Okay. Remember, we started with those 2, so there's going to be 4. So I've done 1, 2, 3, 4. So we're going to continue to 1, 2, 3 on my 4th. And now we're only going to do 6 chain. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Here we're going to count 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3 on my 4th, slip stitch. Now, if it makes it easier to turn around so you can understand, so I'm going to do 1, 2, 3, 4 chain. So I've taken off that one so you guys can understand. So I have 6 chain. I'm going to count 1, 2, 3 on my 4th. Okay, so 1, 2, 3 on my 4th. I'm going to come in, do my slip stitch, and then do 4 chain. 1, 2, 3, 4. Turn to the front because it makes things easier. Now we're at the front. We're going to come back here where we're supposed to do that slip stitch on the single. Okay. And then we are going to complete the rest of the 4 double crochets here, which was those 2 left that I had. And I'm going to slip stitch on that first single. And you pretty much have them all the same, okay? So all the way around, we have 54 loops, 12 on the sides, on both sides, 12 each, 12 here, 12 there, 15 here, and 15 on the other side, 54 altogether. So now I'm going to cut my thread, tuck in the loose ends, because now we're going to work up top, okay? I like to split them since there's so many strings here. Split them in half and make a knot back here in between stitches. 2, 3 knots to be secure. And then you can just pull through and then cut your thread. Okay, so now we're going to be working the 12 loops here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So marker to marker. We're going to be doing 3 singles on each loop, 1 chain space in between. Okay. So right almost on the marker here. It's my first of the 12. So I'm going to come in and do singles, 3 singles. So 12 loops starting from the marker. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 15 loops, 4 chain, and 1 for space. 4 singles, not 4 chain, and 1 chain for space. So I have 4, and now my 1 chain. Okay, 15 times, then go back with your 12, and then again 15 times of your 4 and 1 chain space. I'll meet you at the end. Okay, everyone, so pretty much finished my row with the singles. I'm coming in with the lighter blue. We're going to repeat the poof stitch, and we're going to do exactly how we did here. We need to skip one time only, 6 times, like we did with the poof here. And here we skip 3, or 2 going into the third, I should say. Poor hooks are all like damaged from so much force that I do. Okay, so I'm coming in that first of the 12, and I'm going to do single. We're so used to working with a 4-ply that it does all the difference with the 6-ply. It's much heavier, much harder to pull through, especially if we have a tight stitch. Okay, so single, then 1, 2, 3 chain, exactly how we did the poof in the bottom. Now, this first time, obviously, we're going to come in that single. That's why it's important not to tighten too much, but then again, you know, I have such a tight stitch, it's kind of hard. Pull 1, okay, I'm going to have to loosen it up because it's too tight for my liking, so I'm going to have a hard time with it. It is so windy and raining today here in the island. It's crazy. And I have the camera in my face, so it's kind of hard for me to even see. So I'm going to do 1, 2, 3 chain. I'm going to come back in that single, pull 1, 2, and 3. Now we're going to pull through all of them, and then we're going to do a half. So 1, 2 on my third one, half, double crochet, 1, 2, 3 chain again. Now we're going to come behind that single, which makes things way much easier. Pull through, slip stitch, 1, 2, 3 chain, not 3 chain, skip 2, go into the third, and do your half. So we are to have 16 poof stitch like we did here below. Okay, so we started at the marker to marker, we're to have 16. Okay, so I'll meet you at the marker. Okay, everyone, so I have my 16 done until my marker. So 16 poof stitch, and now we start off with the 4 singles, and the last one here was the 4 singles also, so we know we're on the right track. 1, 2, 3, we have to do those increases. Remember, we jump only 1. So coming in, we're going to jump only 1. This is my first increase, and we need to do that 6 times. Okay, and then again 1, 2 into the third one. We must do the same thing on the other oval. Take it down. My rubber is coming out of my hook. I think I'm going to have to crazy glue because I put so much pressure on it. It's crazy. But anyway, you guys get what I'm saying. You must do 6 increases by skipping 1. One, 2, and 3. So I have jumped 1 already, so that's my first increase, and then I'm going to do my second one again. One, 2, 3. So on my next one, sorry, frog in my throat. 1, 2, 3. On my next one, I'm jumping only 1. That will be my second increase. So it's not a specific order, but if you can follow from the ones down here where we have 3 and 4 singles, remember. So I'm going to skip 1, coming into the second. That's my second increase. Okay, so I'll meet you at the end. You have to do 6. Okay, everyone. So right after we've completed those 16 poofs from the side, we start counting 27 poofs until the other marker. Okay, 27 poof until the other marker on the oval. So now you must have 16 on this side and then 27 on the other oval. I'll meet you at the end. Okay, everyone, pretty much on my last one. I'm going to close my last one on this first stitch we have here. With slip stitch. Now I'm going to come in that 3 chain exactly how we did in the bottom here, doing 2 singles, 1 chain, 2 singles, 1 chain. Remember on the curve we had to do 3 singles 6 times. Okay, so that's what it's going to be. By the way, so 16 poof stitch on the sides, 27 on the oval, gives you a total of 86 poof stitch. So 1 chain, 2 singles, okay, and when you get to the oval you have to do 6 times 3 singles. So you can do them more or less where you have done your 4 or your 3 singles like we did down here. Okay, the only difference is on this one we have 3 singles. This one we're doing 2. No, actually 2 singles and then 3. Okay, so I'll meet you at the end of my row. Okay, everyone, so entering the curve, you can do your increases more or less where you see here at the bottom. So I'll do my first increase here. So instead of 2, exactly how we did in the bottom, 3, 1 chain, and continue with 2 until the next increase. So I have my first increase, There's no specific order. You just have to either follow through with the ones down here or spread them out as you wish. So I'm going to do my second increase here. Okay, so same thing on the other side of the oval. Make sure you do 6 times your 3 singles. Okay, everyone, so pretty much finished my row, cutted my thread. I've tucked in a bit, but I'll hide this as I go. And I'm coming back in with that dark blue. Now this row is going to be only double crochets. Now if you want to grab back loops only, go ahead. It does make a difference on the pattern. I'm not going to. I'm just going to go straight into. So we're going to start more or less where the marker is and doing double crochet. 1 per stitch. So we did 2 singles in here. I'm going to continue to do 2 double crochet. And where we have that 1 chain space, we're doing double crochet. Now at the oval, we're only going to do 5 increases, not 6. Okay, that means we'll have 2 double crochet on the same stitch 5 times. We can spread it out. You can see more or less where to do them. So 1 double crochet per stitch. So I'll meet you at the oval, at the marker. Okay, you guys. So I pretty much passed the mark point. You can add them where you have, only 5 times though, where you have the 3 singles. So this is my first increase. I'm not going in order. I'm just going to spread them here and there. So I have my first increase. That means I have 4 more to do on this side and then 5 on the other side of the oval. Okay, so pretty much just to spread them out. And you want to do that increase not on the 1 chain, but where you have the singles, okay? So I'm going to come in and do my second increase. So I have my second increase. I'm going to do 3 more. That means I'm going to probably do 1 here, another 1 here, and then another 1 here. Okay, so I'll meet you at the end of my row. Okay, everyone. So I've closed in with slip stitch, did my 5 increases on this side of the oval and 5 on the other side. I'm going to come into the next double crochet, single, and 1 chain for my double crochet, 1 more for space. I'm going to skip a stitch and coming into the next one, double crochet, 1 chain, skip a stitch into the next one, double crochet. We're going to build these little blocks all the way around, including on the oval. So there is no increase, sorry. Skip a stitch and 1 chain, do your double crochet. So I'll meet you at the end of my row. since the oval is the same thing. Skipping one stitch and coming into the end. I'm going to make a knot on my leftover thread to secure that. Okay. Okay, everyone. So finished my row with slip stitch. Coming in that first space, single, one chain. I'm going to skip a block and come into the next one with 7 double crochets, all in the same block. One chain, skip a block into the next one, single, 1, 2, 3 chain, coming into the next one, single, 1 chain, skip a block, and again 7 double crochets. We're going to repeat this all the way around the same way. Two, 4, 6, and 7. 1 chain, skip a block, single, exactly how we did here. 1, 2, 3 chain into the next one. 1 chain, skip a block, and your 7 double crochets. Okay, so I'll come to you if there is any changes at the oval. Okay, everyone, so pretty much finished my round. I'm coming in with a shade a little bit darker brown than this one. We're almost done. You can use the same colors you're using for these last 2 rows if you want. I'm going to come back in where we've closed that row out, basically where we have the marker with the single. And then I'm going to come on top of that double crochet with double crochet. 1 chain space between them. So basically we're going to do double crochet over double crochet. I think I must have missed my string here. Trying to hide this little thread. So double crochet, 1 chain into the next one, double crochet, 1 chain. And again, so 1 double crochet on top of those double crochets, 1 chain space between them. So 2, 4, 6, 7, coming directly into that 3 chain space. And then repeating the double crochet per stitch. And then we have 1 more row after this. Okay. So I'll meet you at the end, because now it's just a repeat of double crochets and 1 chain space. Okay, everyone, going in with the last row, I've closed in, slip stitch on that first single. I'm going to do the walk, as I call it, with slip stitch between the first and the second, double crochet with single. I'm going to do 1, 2, 3 chain. I'm going to come behind that single and closing out with single. So I have my first picot into the next one, single, coming behind that single with single. On this middle one here, we're going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 chain, coming behind that single with single into the next one. So we'll have 2 picots on each side with 3 chain, and on the middle with 6 chain. We don't do picot on that last space. Coming behind. Now you can do your picot your normal way as you're used to. I prefer it this way. I think it's prettier. Now this rug is getting heavy because it's heavy thread, right? So we have these 7 double crochets here, but we're going to work on here. So the 2 loops, or the 2 squares before and after those 7 double crochets, that's what we're working on. So I'm going to do a triple, and I'm coming in this one here, which is the one right after the 7 double crochets. So we're going to do an incomplete. Take out 2, take out 2, and then coming in this one here. And stretch your thread. Take out 2. I have to re-roll again. Take out 2, take out 2, and close in all of them together, coming again in between that first and second double crochet. 3 chain, come behind, and picot, closing it up with single. So now it's just a repeat on this middle one here. So we have 2 on each side, 2 here and 2 there, and the middle one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 chain behind that single into the next one. 3 chain, we don't do picot on the last one. So coming in with a single, roll twice on your hook again, coming in the one right after where we did the 7 double crochets, and we're going to do a triple incomplete. So take out 2, take out 2, and then we're coming in the one just before where we have the 7. Take out 2, take out 2. Now we're going to close them all together and come into that first space again. And then just repeat everything. So this is a repeat the whole row like this, and we're pretty much done. I will leave the measurements below in the description box. You could also make this with thinner thread Aunt Lydia number 3 if you want a table centerpiece. So I did a little bit so you guys can see a little bit more of it, but obviously you'll see it on the video once I complete it and do a little video of it. Let me know what you think. Thank you so much for being here. God bless you. And please, if you have not subscribed, help out the channel by subscribing. You know, all of that is free. And give a thumbs up on the video. I also want to thank every single one of you that do comment and also leaves me beautiful messages. God bless you. Thank you so much for your support. And I will see you in the next video. Until next time, everybody. Bye-bye.